How you doing, everybody? This is the Game Hunter Twitch channel. I'm your host, Kazuya. Today will be a little bit different. I've been posting lately some videos of my mech that I'm using in Hawken, which is called Mech CR-T in honor to that character of South Park and the most awesome mech ever. Anyway, so with the previous two videos were just some action, some gameplay, and now we're just gonna take a few minutes to go through the loadout that I'm using. Let's start with the basic. First of all, I think if you are a newcomer in Hawken, I will probably strongly recommend you to try the CRT Recruit, which is the more basic mech that you can actually get. That's the one that looks like a freaking TV with legs. And the reason is because it's a very balanced and very interesting mech, especially for a newcomer. It's not complicated to use. It's very simple to get used to it. The main weapons are quite powerful. You start with an assault rifle, and then also with a tow rocket, which is like a rocket launcher, which is very powerful. So I know it looks horrible at the beginning, but you see right now I just bought a couple of modifications and it looks quite awesome. See? This is the chassis of the sharpshooter, and it makes my TV looks a little bit better. Anyway, so I really probably recommend you to give it a shot to the CRT Recruit as your primary or your first mech at least. Okay, I will probably go through the rest of the loadouts and classes in some other videos, but for now I just want to focus on the CRT because it's the basic, it's the one that everybody can access right away. You don't need to pay for using this one. Like I said, it's a well balanced mech. I will say that probably if you go to the mech store, you're gonna see a whole bunch of different loadouts, and people can get a little overwhelmed, and every single one is depending of your game style. Okay, I believe the CRT is a good balance that actually makes probably the Berserk, the Assault, a little bit, I don't know, I believe that the CRT is like a good mix between the Berserk and the Assault, so that's why probably those two are something that I'm never gonna get. I'm probably thinking and get the Rocketeer because I know it's very powerful, is used as a support mech, and I'm also gonna give it a try to the Raider too. That's probably when, if I have some time to play, which it doesn't happen very often, especially lately, unfortunately. But let's go to the loadout of Mech CR-T. Okay, the basic stuff. The main attribute is the weapon coolant, which is very actually can give you the edge in the middle of a fight, because every time that you shoot your weapons, you're gonna start generating heat, right? Once you reach one point, you're not gonna be able to keep shooting until the weapon cool a little bit. Okay, so using the weapon coolant allow you to cool your weapon in just a couple of seconds. Doesn't mean that you can keep fighting without any interruption, and that second can be the difference between victory and defeat. Okay, so actually at the beginning I was kind of concerned, like, well, what the hell, why do I need a coolant? But you know what, once that you're having a big fight with a couple of mechs, if you have the edge to be able to cool your weapon and keep shooting, well, that's gonna be probably the difference of fight. The primary weapon is the assault rifle, which is just standard. You can unlock some other more interesting weapons as a primary, and the tow rocket is the secondary, which is the one very strong rocket that you can shoot. If you shoot the rocket like a straight to your enemy, you're gonna make a lot of damage. Alright, let's go to customize this because I'm talking way too much. Alright, so as a primary weapon we can go with the assault rifle. If you like to be more like a close combat in scenarios, I would probably recommend you the submachine gun. The submachine cannon actually is shoot faster than the assault rifle, but the range is a little bit shorter. Okay, so unless you have completely planned to be fighting in front line, I would probably recommend you to start with the assault rifle. Okay, the fire rate is a little bit slower, but it is a good balanced weapon. So, and after that, of course, if you want to get the Vulcan, which is the prestige weapon of the CRT, and then to get to level 25. I'm sure after I get to 25, that's gonna be my first unlock. That's for sure. Alright, let's go to the equipment. Hold on, don't go too fast. As the offensive one, again, this is all depend of your game style. Okay, my game style is very aggressive. I like to ambush enemies. I like to make them fall in traps. So that's why I like to get. I'm using the MG turret, which is a sentry gun, very interesting. It's better than the R turret. The R turret is good, but it shoots actually rockets. And the MG turret is like a minigun, so it's not as slow as the R turret, and I can give you also a very advantage if you put it in a specific location. Okay, in games like Siege or even in Deathmatch, is some very well located turrets can make the difference between win and lose, of course. There is some other interesting items that you can put as an offensive. The EMP is very good, which is kinda actually disabled your enemy. I know the EMP is the one that the new class, the Raider, is using a lot, and actually I think it come by default with the Raider, because that is gonna allow you to immobilize your enemy, and you're gonna be able to get closer and take care of business with the shotgun. Okay, but in my case, I will probably recommend to start with the MG turret. It's very useful, very simple. You can put it in any place. You can get a lot of XP point of kills or assistance just for you're having your sentry gun or your turret in this case. All right, so let's do it down. That will be my offensive. For defense, for the support, there's many. You start with a shield. The CRT start with a shield, which is gonna create like a shield around you, so it's gonna minimize the damage if you're inside. Another one that I really like is the Raider Scrambler, which is gonna send some wrong signals to the enemy, so they're gonna see a bunch of red dots all over the maps, and that could be very tricky because that's gonna allow you to probably try to flank them, and they're not gonna know what is your location. But right now, like I say, I'm a very aggressive mech pilot, as you guys probably saw in my previous videos of the gameplay. So I'm using the repair charge. The repair charge is gonna allow me to repair my mech during the fight. I will say that probably is the best of the support items that you can get if you are an aggressive pilot. Okay, that way, like I say, you can, for example, in your fight with a couple of mechs, you get rid of one, you can probably regenerate without wasting time of repairing your mech and continue in the fight. Right? Alright, let's continue. As a countermeasure, the one that I'm using is the Scrambler. That actually is gonna eliminate the effect of the Scrambler if somebody's using that Raider in the area. Again, this is something that you can choose depending on your game style. Like I say, I like to be bothering people on the front line, so this is a very good countermeasure that I can use, because allow me to know exactly who is where and don't get like a fool around with a Raider, right? The battery charge is also good in case there's somebody using or abusing the EMP, and distinguish it. Very good too. Allow the weapon overheat to go down. It's pretty useful also, actually. But right now I'm using the Scrambler. As the offensive, let's go for the offensive internal. In here you also have a bunch of possible options. The one by default is this one, which is the brand new Radiator, which is minus 5% of weapon heating. But I was able to unlock and get the armor piercing, which gave me 5% more in bullet damage. Quite good, I would say. So that's probably my favorite in this area. There's a bunch of interesting one, of course. The fire rate of the secondary weapon, you can get it with the special weapon loader, which is good. Remember, if you have the tow rocket, is having that extra 10% in fire rate is quite decent, I would say. And the primary, there's another one for the primary too, but again, I'm trying to get a very balanced and offensive mech, so I will take the armor piercing of the as one my first, and the offensive internal addition. For the defensive, I'm using the repair kit, just allow me to repair my mech a little bit faster. Okay, and this again, could be a little bit controversial. You can use something like this one, which is the brand new cage, and this one allow you to get 5% more in armor. I will probably get for that. I think I'm gonna actually switch to that one, because if I'm using the repair kit as one of my abilities, remember I was using the repair charge in here, so I don't really gonna need to heal or repair as fast as I probably might need without that. So you know what, maybe increasing the armor is gonna give me another edge. Remember, I'm a mid shield, I'm gonna be in front of everybody, so I really need to get as much armor or regeneration as I can on repairs, but in this case let's go for the armor. Let's go for this. And the last one, and not less important, is the functional. Functional internal. Right now by default is the brand new regulator, which will give you 20% more XP, which is very good when you start start playing the game. But one of the one that I'm gonna probably put in my Mech loadout is this one, the thrusters, because it gives me plus 7.5 boost in forward speed, and that is very important if you're gonna be a mobile offensive mech. There is some other interesting ones, of course. This one, the regenerator, the fuel is faster, maximum fuel with the canisters, 30mm radar distance. You can increase the distance of the range of your radar. But like I said, when you start the 20% XP extra is quite good, right? But I will go with this one, no question asked. Actually, I'm gonna lock it right now. Go for this one, and boom, we got that baby. So now we can move faster, boots faster. Okay. For the upgrade, well, this is what's gonna happen when you level up. Basically, you're gonna get one optimization point that we can use. We're gonna use that in a second. And after a few levels, for example, level 8, the assault rifle. Okay, I got an upgrade on my assault rifle, and I'm gonna get 5% faster rate of fire. Okay, at level 10, the tow rocket actually get a 5% rocket speed bonus. At level 12, my primary ability also get impacted, so that's pretty interesting. And the body shop, well, this again, you play around in here. You can be the old TV if you want, but I decided to get this one. It looks pretty cool, very similar to the sharpshooter, of course, but completely worth it. Actually, I heard there is a new repair. There you go. I heard there was a new repair drone. Nice. Looks pretty cool. I think I'm gonna stay with my classic. Anyway, let's go back, because this is what we need to do in order to finish my loadout video. I love this way to communicate with your team and laugh at your enemy. Anyway, let's go back to the optimization points. Actually, this is the area when you're gonna see all the difference between mechs. This is again is depending on your game style. Depending on if if you're an offensive player, defensive player, or if you're gonna be fast or slow, whatever, this is the area which actually is gonna make the big difference. Okay, right now I just reset all my points, and so I'm gonna have 13 points available, and I will go, of course, always for this one, which is the first for the offensive. It's gonna increase the damage of my weapon, so I'm gonna go with 3 points in there right away. And not even question asked. I don't even need to explain you why. Okay, what else I did in this one? I will probably go for this, the second, which is increase the primary weapon fire rate. The reason is because I'm using the assault rifle at this point. The assault rifle has a rate of fire is lower than the submachine gun cannon, and actually that's the main difference between both weapons, but the assault rifle has a better range, so I would recommend you probably trying to increase that too. Okay, as a defensive, well, there's no question asked, we're going for this one, decrease the damage from weapons. Okay, we got 3 through that one right away. And in movement, I remember you can probably try to get the walk speed. Why you want to spend a point in the walk if you're going to be using your turbo stuff to be moving around all over the place? But the thing is, if you walk, they can't see you on the radar. So that's the trick. So sometimes when you get close to a target, I would recommend you to slow down, but put your Mech on the ground and start walking. That's actually the best strategy, especially for ambush players. Okay, if you're gonna use the infiltrator, or you're gonna use this one as a more like a special ops mech, I would recommend you to put some point in speed. Okay, this is for unit capacity. This is accelerator. I can probably put some point in there too. I like the way that I can actually move a little faster, so I'm gonna get 3 points to speed. Maybe 2 points to speed. Hold on, yeah, 2 points to speed. Okay, let's go back in here. We're gonna get some points to the fire rate. With that, now I actually, after spending 5 points, I can go to the second level. Okay, here this damage or weapon hit reduction. That could be interesting. Even with the CRT has the recruit actually has as a main ability the weapon coolant. So like I say, this is this is just an optional part. This is when you need to actually take your own decision, see how you're going to use your mech. Okay, but the other one that I like a lot is this one, the defensive one, the one that increases the dodge speed, especially, like I say, if you're an offensive player that like to move around and be close to the enemy and in the middle of a fight or something like that. Yeah, you really need to be able to dodge very fast in order to avoid those rockets and stuff like that you can actually gonna come across during a fight, right? Then I will probably go for the increase the radar, because I like to know, I like to expand the range of my radar so I can see who is closer or who is going to be my next victim. Okay, so that's something else that I'm probably going to recommend you to go ahead and try it. We're going to actually put in there. Boom, there you go. But remember, this is the cool part. You can just actually clear, and that's it. You can just start from scratch. So don't get too crazy. Play around this area. All depending on your game style. Don't. This is not like a game life decision. Like if you put the points in the wrong place, you're not gonna be able to get it back. No, that doesn't happen in here. You can just go back and just reset everything and try something different. Okay, all depend about your game style and everything. So that's about it. This was a very more like an information. Okay, I just like to give a little bit more information instead of just a gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Kazuya. I'm out of here.